Mr. Robinson, you are the father.
Mr. Robinson is undoubtedly not opposed to sharing in his child's costs, but like all other men in paternity court, he is curious as to whether he is the child's biological father. We need to hear both sides of the story before we can get Judge Lauren's answer to that issue.
Mitchell, you are here in the court today because you claim your childhood sweetheart stole your virginity, got you pregnant, and is now denying paternity of your 2-month-old daughter, Ryla.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Robinson is now disputing the kid they had together when things were going well, despite Ms. Mitchell's assertions that he stole her virginity and got her pregnant. According to Mr. Robinson, he was originally okay with everything, but after learning that Ms. Mitchell was having affairs with 4 other men, he began to have doubts about being the father of her child. If such is the case, there is good cause to be skeptical.
Your Honor, we hung out a few times and he pressured me to have sex with him, and I said I wasn't ready yet. And so then I was hanging out at these apartment complexes and we hooked up.
According to Miss Mitchell, she eventually caved in to Mr. Robinson's pressure to engage in activity, but the outcome arrived in a matter of weeks. Mr. Robinson claims it was a one-time event, yet everyone is aware that a baby is only created once. Both Mr. Robinson and Ms. Mitchell acknowledge that they created a recipe for disaster.
She didn't tell me she was pregnant, Your Honor. She had one of her friends she grew up with inbox me and her on Facebook and said, "I'm not trying to start no drama. I thought I'd let you know that she had sex with 4 other guys."
Which is incorrect, because a child is not a disaster. It appears that one of Miss Mitchell's pals tipped her off to Mr. Robinson, so she needs to pick her friends carefully. However, there were rumors that Mitchell had spun about the neighborhood. Since Mr. Robinson has been her only relationship, Ms. Mitchell responds that it is a lie.
You have the baby. Is Mr. Robinson with you?
No, but his sister was.
His sister came.
Yes, I sent my sister.
So it wasn't at the, you sent her.
Yes, because I got
Oh, someone could not be there when his possible child was born because he got arrested. Miss Mitchell refuted that assertion, stating that Mr. Robinson's sister, whom he had admitted to the hospital, informed her that he attempted to persuade Mr. Robinson to attend, but he declined. Mr. Robinson and his girlfriend claimed that Miss Mitchell had lied.
My daughter, and hope was raised better than to lay around sleeping with men. I have no clue where they come up with that. No clue whatsoever where they come up with 4 men.
All right, Miss. Mitchell's mother will not let Mr. Robinson and his girlfriend escape punishment for their deception in court. Miss Mitchell's mother arrived at court ready to present the proof that, contrary to their claims, Mr. Robinson was not arrested 2 days after the kid was born. In addition, Miss Mitchell's mother stated that her daughter was not having affairs with any of the 4 other males.
She's immature and childish, Your Honor. She's 18 years old and she's immature and childish. That's my point.
She updated her status about me all the time, claiming that I was on Facebook talking about her, and
Mr. Robinson is now accusing the adolescent he made such a concerted effort to sleep with of being immature. He did not remember it when he was attempting to get between her legs, so that is shocking. According to Miss Mitchell's mother, everything was fine during the pregnancy until Mr. Robinson reconciled with his girlfriend.
I tried being civil with Hope. She had messaged me on Facebook when me and Ryan was split up, telling me that she was sorry for the way that she was acting.
Oh, yeah, I did say that.
And I told her, regardless, we need to get along. If Ryan's, we need to be civil. I have kids.
Miss Mitchell objects to the arrangement, but Mr. Robinson's girlfriend says she would be okay with Miss Mitchell's child joining the pack anytime she wants. Mr. Robinson states that he prays and hopes the child is his because he does not want the child to experience what he did.
They look nothing alike.
She looks
That
like
is
me.
my identical twin.
She looks like
That is
like
my
her
identical
mother
twin.
when
She
her
looks
mother-
nothing
So
like me.
you submitted these photos
Yes,
to
I
the
did.
court,
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
and this is a picture of Rylan,
And my
which is
son.
Hope's daughter, and your son on the right.
Miss Mitchell does not resemble him or his other child, according to Mr. Robinson, even with children who are not biologically his. Mr. Robinson makes an effort to convince the court that he is a responsible father. The test results will confirm Miss Mitchell's unwavering belief that Mr. Robinson is the father. We will check to see if Miss Mitchell is correct.
Mr. Robinson, you are the father.
Given that Mr. Ellis and his brother are in paternity court alongside their mother, it is a different situation than the majority of paternity court cases, which always involve mothers and dads or children attempting to identify their father. The case involving Mr. Ellis and his brother could need to be a special form of paternity court case.
Ellis, you and your brother have brought your mother to court today because you say you've always believed the man in this photograph is your father.
After years of believing a different man to be their father, Mr. Ellis and his brother suddenly discovered that their presumed father's brother might actually be their biological father. In order to seek forgiveness, Mrs. Shivers would like to know the identity of her son's father.
Ellis, how did you find out your mother slept with your uncle and he may be your father?
Yes, Your Honor. We were at a family gathering, just having some drinks.
According to Mr. Ellis, the truth was revealed during a family gathering, and it has been a source of contention for them ever since. Regardless of what anyone says, the other Ellis brother thinks the man on film is his father. Additionally, Miss Shivers claims that she had no choice but to sleep with both of her brothers.
There as well, we got intoxicated, we had a one-time thing, and that was it, which was a big mistake, Your Honor, but
things happen.
I had nowhere to lay my head, and we grew up together, we're best friends.
Her greatest regret, according to Miss Shivers, is that it was a one-time event, but she had to take the necessary actions to provide for her first kid. According to one of the Ellis brothers, they simply want to know the truth about his brother's paternity and are not attempting to hurt their mother's feelings. According to Mr. Ellis, their father even treated the younger brother differently.
The question really revolves around your brother.
Yes, I'm positive John Ellis is my father. But if you look at me, and you look at my dad, if you had a full body shot of my dad, I'm slim.
When he contrasts Uncle Ronnie's build with that of his own presumed father, the older Ellis sibling thinks there is more to his brother's paternity. The older Ellis brother may have also been fathered by another man she was with before meeting the man he believes to be his father, but Miss Shivers is not going to give him false hope.
It's a possibility somebody else might be my dad.
Well, you got tested, son. We're gonna bring it out. We'll bring it all out. I'm telling the truth, so let's bring it on out. Whatever my babies want to know, I'll let you know.
I didn't know that.
Miss Shivers defends herself by claiming that because of her difficult upbringing, she had to do whatever it took to survive and was therefore caught in the mess. The younger Ellis brother, who does not want to be left out of the discussion, claims that Uncle Ronnie once made an odd attempt to wish him a happy birthday by using a nephew and son tag.
Do you agree with this? Is this your understanding that you could potentially be this young man's biological father?
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
God almighty. The truth was truly disseminated by Uncle Ronnie or Daddy Ronnie. Uncle Ronnie said that he and Miss Shivers had S multiple times, but if you are counting the number of times they were sober when they did it, it was only once.
Ellis is on my birth certificate.
He is.
Yes.
You have a copy of that birth certificate?
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to see that, please. So, Mr. McClellan, we're looking at Arthur's birth certificate. John Ellis is listed as father.
Yes, Your Honor.
They are here to find out for sure who is whose biological father, but the older Ellis brothers want them to have the same father because they already have misunderstandings over the paternity issue. Although there are many options, these brothers can begin somewhere with the outcomes revealed here.
Brother to have the same dad? I see you're emotional. What are you feeling? You say you need
we
that.
gotta have the same dad.
It's emotional to both of us. We got into it, last night over it, but we just here to find out our identity.
A lady not knowing the child's father is one thing, but having the prospective fathers seated on different sides of the table is quite another. After this incident, Miss Jones might need to start choosing guys more carefully in order to prevent it from happening again.
John Ellis is your father.
I knew that. Look at me.
I have the results for Arthur as well. Are you ready?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. John Ellis is your father.
In order to determine the precise identity of her child's biological father, Ms. Jones is in paternity. In addition, Mr. Smith has stated that if the results of the DNA test establish his biological paternity, he is prepared to relinquish his parental rights.
Jones, you've reached a critical point in your life and you've entered this courtroom to determine the biological father of your 2-year-old son, George.
A fictitious pregnancy. In paternity court, people always tend to recall things differently, huh? Miss Jones says she never said anything like that, but Mr. Morones believes she told him he was the only option. Which one should I believe right now?
How did you first find out that he may be your son?
She sent me a text message one day and said pregnant and that I could only be the only possible father that would.
Mr. Maroney's claims that he did not know about the other man until Ms. Jones needed to vent. However, she made an effort to more subtly explain the problem to him. Even if Ms. Jones may have thought that was the best course of action, her actions were incorrect, thus it made no difference how she broke the news.
Find out that there were other possible fathers.
We were sleeping one night and she came to the room and she was like, I need to get something off my chest.
That's not true either. That's not how it
Oh my goodness.
Mr. Moronis' dreams were dashed when the youngster emerged with a different skin tone and hair type. The males attempting to determine whether they are the child's father are not all that different from Ms. Jones, who had given birth. According to Ms. Jones, he had affairs with her ex-partner, Mr. Smith, and Mr. Moronis.
I was terrified because I didn't think I was his father, especially after she had confessed all these other relationships she had.
Mr. Smith, one of the other possible fathers, has blonde hair, so you felt like...
The waterworks are about to begin. Ms. Jones and Mr. Moronis acknowledge that the youngster looks much more like Mr. Smith, since the man who wants to be present for her child might not be the father, but rather the best candidate. Ms. Jones is now disappointed in herself. Oh, he is not interested in getting involved with the child's life. That is unfortunate.
Provided pictures of Jordan and Mr. Smith when he was a young man. You think they look exactly alike?
I think they look a lot alike.
According to Mr. Smith, he was unable to complete the performance because it was a wonderful night, even though he claims there is only a little likeness. Everyone, including Mr. Smith, notices a similarity between the youngster and himself. The moment of conception is the other reason Mr. Smith is unsure.
You admit to being intimate with her, am I correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
So how did that happen? Take me back.
There was a night I was drinking, and so she ended up coming over, and we ended up going into my bedroom, and things started going from there.
Some paternity court cases will cause someone to doubt their sanity, or even better, the sanity of the people testifying. After we have finished hearing the case of Mr. Rogers, Mississippi Campbell, and Miss Rogers, this might be how everyone feels.
How did you find out that you may be Jordan's father?
From a Facebook post.
Did you bring that as evidence?
Yes.
Let me see this.
She had posted on Facebook and then said, who's the baby's dad?
According to Mr. Smith, if the kid had been born with the timing of his and Ms. Jones's fun, it would have spent a whole year inside Ms. Jones's womb. Ms. Jones was unable to refute Mr. Smith's assertion because she is unsure of the precise time of their meeting.
So according to this calendar, in March or April is when you remember being intimate with Ms. Jones.
Yes.
But Jordan was born on May 1st. So counting back, that's almost a full year.
Despite Ms. Jones' claims that she sought their input, Ms. Jones seems to prioritize people's opinions over the DNA tests that were meant to be performed on her. In any case, Miss Jones omitted to do the proper thing previously, which is why we are here.
Are in a polyamorous relationship, so that means you expect that both of these women would only be sleeping with you.
That was the whole situation.
That's what you felt like the deal was.
I was supposed to be the dad of her two children.
Mr. Rogers says he would be devastated if the results of the DNA test were negative. Another allegation is that Ms. Rogers, Mr. Rogers, and Ms. Campbell are all involved in a single relationship. That may sound complicated, but we will understand it in a moment.
We get there. I thought it was just a regular club. People are dancing, they're drinking at a bar. It looked normal. I mean, other than it was a swingers club.
So did you not say, well, we shouldn't have sex?
He was aware of her preference for same-sex relationships. Additionally, Miss Campbell became at ease in the relationship, and it has been going well ever since. Miss Rogers even asserted that Mr. Rogers offered Miss Campbell his hand in marriage.
Her date of conception is the 11th, and when we look at the 11th, there's no one, but right there the day before would be potential father number 2.
Yes, Your Honor.
It appears like Miss Jones cares more about what other people think than the DNA tests that were supposed to be done on her. In any event, we are here because Miss Jones neglected to take the appropriate action before.
It was our fault. I feel really bad. There's no, there's no amount of times we can apologize, but we did decide to keep it a secret.
So
that decided us as a couple.
He knew she preferred partnerships with people of the same as Ms. Rogers even claimed that Mr. Rogers proposed marriage to Miss Campbell.
But my best friend, he is my best friend.
Let me ask you a question. If I hadn't seen that message, would I have known?
No.
No. And it frustrates me because I know.
Because I was afraid if I told you, I would lose. And I don't want to have to live without you.
Miss Rogers asserts that her husband is her best friend, but she also adds that if he had not seen the message, he would never have known. True best pals. It is time for Mr. Rogers to learn more about his place in these kids' lives, and the adolescent in question is also in paternity court to get answered.
Mr. Rogers, you are her father.
In situations where the paternal grandmother is involved, some grandmothers battle tenaciously to prevent the child from belonging to their sons, or they want the child to be a specific guy.
Ms. Bailey, you and your daughter are suing the defendant for $3,691.50 in child care expenses. Mr. Parker is your daughter's estranged husband, and he denies paternity of your 4-month-old grandson.
Mr. Parker is the rightful owner of Miss Parker's 4-month-old kid. Mr. Parker asserts that since he is positive that he is not the biological father, Ms. Bailey and her daughter would need to conduct additional research to determine the identity of Miss Parker's kid.
Not a single thing for my daughter or my grandson. He left her when she was 16 weeks pregnant, didn't look back, and he is living his life without responsibility. I'm the baby's father.
It is obvious that Ms. Bailey is sick of putting up with Mr. Parker's carelessness. However, Mr. Parker claims that he has not had an opportunity to see the youngster, but it does not appear that he has tried.
Ma'am, there hasn't been a phone call, anything.
Have you made a phone call?
No, Your Honor, he hasn't. I've had the same phone number for 4 years and he hasn't called me once.
For the past 4 years, the same number has been used, but Mr. Parker has never called. But according to Mr. Parker, he stayed. Rather, he was ejected from the house. But Ms. Parker claims that is untrue.
He wanted her to cook separate meals besides the meal that she cooked for the family. He wanted special food, and in these days and time, that is very hard.
I wasn't doing that, and he wanted me to take care of him, you know, like I was his mate.
Well, to put it plainly, Miss, Parker did not like Mr. Parker's actions and wanted him to mature. However, Mr. Parker said that his stepson was the one who specifically wanted a separate meal, not him. In the end, this married couple was not getting along. She did.
Start wearing makeup and everything. She was wearing it to church. It ain't so funny. She never wore makeup before.
And
she started wearing it just to go
don't.
to pay the bills, run out to go over just to go see the neighbors.
It appears that Mr. and Miss Parker are currently dealing with more than simply paternity difficulties. Before the padlock incident, Mr. Parker was troubled by his wife's growing passion for makeup. However, she did not want her young child to unwrap the Christmas gifts.
I called her up because it was the day the baby was supposed to have been born. Left a message on her answering machine because she hadn't told us anything.
Did you accompany her to doctor's appointments?
No,
Were you
you're
I was not
actively
allowed
involved?
to, ma'am. I was told I was too annoying and I needed to stay home.
To exacerbate the situation, Mr. Parker claimed that despite their continued marital status, he was not even listed as the child's father on the birth certificate.
Why didn't they put it on there? It's legally required.
And so your son's name, Zachariah Howard Bailey, you didn't even give him Mr. Parker's last name.
No, I didn't.
Your last name.
I gave him my maiden name.
All right, perhaps Miss Parker did not even include Mr. Parker's last name on the baby's birth certificate since she is so desperate to get rid of him. Now that he has experienced all of these things, the other kind of grandma who does not want the child for her son is Mr. Parker's mother.
Your Honor, she had brought him to my mother's and dumped him out 2 or 3 times because she needed some time alone. And then she'd call him and want him to come back when it was payday. My son, they had one card that he bought. He met her and signed that card over to her.
There is no doubt that Miss Parker and Mr. Parker's mother dislike each other. The same is true for the mother of Mr. and Miss Parker. It is possible that these two should not have married, but they did, and now they have a child. Perhaps it is time to identify the innocent child's biological father.
Mr. Parker,
Yes, Your Honor.
you are his father.
I told you.
Told you.
Okay, wait. We're going to finish paying the lawyer and file for custody.
I'm done with this.